Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And thanks for your time. So tell us what happened with you. You got married about just over two years ago.
Yes,
what
that's
happened
right.
with your wedding picture?
So initially when I got married, the photographers had asked me if they could post some of my pictures on the social media, just to display their work. And I thought that's cool. I mean, there's so many weddings that are happening in India all the time, and there's so many brides that are out there on social media. So I gave them a go ahead with that. But little did I know that overnight, after like few days, and people started using the pictures everywhere. It was all over social media. There were memes with my pictures, and it was on billboards. It was coming in magazines. A lot of people had started recognizing me and asking me if I was a bride from the internet.
So it was flattering at first. You enjoyed the attention.
It was very flattering at first.
And then what happened? When did you realize that this might become a problem?
I think it was a few months after, the whole glamour world had captured me, and it was all fascinating and nice. And a little time after that, I started receiving a lot of questions from people, requests on how they can replicate, my bridal looks, and from where I got all my accessories and my outfits and my makeup and etc. So that's when I realized that it's going out of hand. It was in places that I'd unheard of. A lot of my friends who are in different parts of India, they had started asking me, sending me pictures of where my bridal picture was used out of local salons to like bigger salons and bigger brands that were also using it. So that's when I realized that it's being misused, and people don't really know who I am and whose picture is it, and they're just using it because it just looks like a pretty face.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I've seen it, and I'm reading about other cases where models and other people who are used inadvertently also in some ad campaigns are now taking action. Are you planning to go the same route? Are you planning to go the legal route? And who do you actually, lay charges against, or who do you target for that?
That's exactly what my concern was, because I did want to take charge of the whole situation at first, and I did try to talk to some of my lawyer friends regarding suing some of at least the bigger brands who were using my pictures. But I realized that it was all getting too much out of hand. Like I said before, it was being used from smaller towns to bigger cities and in places unheard of.
And used in a way you didn't like.
Exactly.
Also, yeah.
And, I didn't know who was that one person I could catch hold of. It was just one or two brands using my pictures. I could catch hold of them and take an action.
So not the photographers?
No, because I had already, obviously, I had given them the permission to use it for their social media. It wasn't that they planned on distributing it out or something like that. It was just that social media is such a huge platform. People can copy your pictures instantly and use it for something. So it's I don't think it was any particular person who was responsible for it, but I would say that people at large should realize that without a person's consent, you cannot just use their pictures for your own benefit. Yeah.
Well, that's at the end of the whole process, I suppose. But what is your sort of lesson that you've learned from this? And what would you say, especially when it comes to brides and your wedding pictures, and you want to have them out there, and people enter you into competitions as bride of the year and all of that. But what's the lesson for us here?
I think I realized it that take things in a positive manner instead of going the negative way and trying to put it down or sue companies or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, if you are a very famous face already, like some celebrities were doing it, I think it's completely justified, because the companies are earning a lot more out of their faces. But I wasn't a known celebrity that time. It was only that after my pictures went viral, then people started recognizing me. But I took everything in a positive way. I think I learned to, mold my life and turn it into a blog out of something that was given to me. I mean, it's not that something, I never imagined myself doing something like this. But then now I'm working on my blog. It's called Accidental Celebrity.
And it's Celebrity, I like that. Accidental Celebrity. Well, we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. Hopefully you can track somebody down. It's a beautiful picture. I can understand.
So much.
I mean, you look absolutely amazing. I can understand why people would want to use it and think that you're a model. You could be. So let's see what happens for you after this.
Definitely.
But just a word of caution, yes, just be careful. If you don't want these images out there, well, just make sure you have all the checks and balances in place. Thank you very much. Samridhi Dhillon, Jhunjhunwala, who's joining us to just chat about what happened when her picture went viral without her permission.